Welcome to Ragnarok and Roll, a podcast where legends are forged and the gods shape the fates of mortals. Join us as we set sail into Midgard, a Viking Age setting for the Genesys RPG, where the frozen fjords meet fiery destinies, and prepare for epic battles in Francia, the cunning schemes of warlords, and the ancient mysteries, as our raiders carve their saga into the annals of history. Shields up, warriors, blades at the ready. Let the saga begin.
Hi, this is Kelly, aka Trixie from Ragnarok and Roll, assigned to Ragnarok Story, and Tilda Wimblewick from D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. First off, I would just like to say thank you to everyone for listening to our varied adventures, as well as for rating us on iTunes and rpgpodcast.com. If you haven't rated us yet, we would greatly appreciate it if you could. And if you're looking for more ways to support our efforts, we are now on Patreon, a great site where you can help us continue making more podcasts, as well as some special surprises for our patrons. If you can, please look us up at www.patreon.com/cppn. Every little bit helps. And again, thank you for listening.
And speaking of that shield wall, he's going to, after he hits you with the flat of his blade, grab your shield and flick it out of your hands.
I think that was a triumph.
That okay. That's like not a athletics check or something.
Nope, he's gonna disarm you of the shield.
Yeah, he got a triumph.
Well, I get that, but I mean, okay, shield seems hard to take from somebody, but okay. All right. Well, then that would.
I mean, would
break
you
the
prefer
shield
he
wall,
destroys the shield? I mean, I'll give you that if you want that instead.
Oh, okay, it breaks the shield wall then. Can't have a shield wall if I'm not creating it.
As immediately you guys just feel this ripple effect as the shield wall's integrity crumbles.
Oh no.
Feel free to remove your little red dots. And he looks as he is jokingly having a shield, saying, "Stop hiding behind this wooden wall, you coward."
Hey, I'll be right back. I gotta use the bathroom.
Okay, shall we take a quick 5? It is about the time for a 5. Okay, let's take a quick 5-minute break. Good time to grab some more beverage or maybe a midnight snack. Or maybe deal with a cat that keeps going meow because the dog is in the hallway.
Yeah, that might be a good one.
You know, reading Shield Wall, it doesn't say that you have to have a shield. In fact, it doesn't say that anyone engaging in the Shield Wall has to have a shield. Simply that everyone engaging in the Shield Wall gets +1 defense per ally that has a shield. So if all 5 of us were in it, the
but
people
if you
who
don't have
shield,
a shield, you can't really shield wall.
You're packing yourself in behind the shield.
I think we can safely home rule that if you're not holding a shield, you're not assisting the shield wall. You're just hiding behind it. Just ask our 2 archers. I'll be right back.
Yep. Now, the 2 behind us, if they were fighting through the shield wall, like with spears, would probably, if they had something, would probably get the defense. Yes, I could see that, but not if they're shooting arrows and stuff and running around. Okay. 101.
Hello.
Good job, Arizona. Okay.
What they do?
U of A won against Texas Tech.
Or basketball.
Yep. We're now 11-1 in the conference.
Oh, yeah, it'd be basketball this time of year.
Yep.
It's funny, when I was in college, came back from spring break to find out that our basketball team went to Sweet 16. We're like, really? We didn't even know they were that good. Yeah, NIU is not known for its basketball team.
Yeah. Well, preseason we were looking a little crappy, but we came into the new Big 12 conference kicking butt. So
That's good.
and then the Arizona game here last week was quite the joke at the end. So Hurley and his thugs having a fit. One of their players that, with like 30 seconds in the game, like walked up and headbutted
Jesus.
one of our players. Yeah. Then Hurley had a fit and ordered everybody off and didn't do the handshake at the end.
Yeah. No, it was a slightly different note. I was watching a video of Dennis Rodman being interviewed. It's like, hey, when you were with the Pistons, what do you think would happen if you guys, played in today's league? He's like, we'd all be in jail. It's like, but that, yeah, you watch the videos of the Kansas City games, like in the last, or during the playoffs. It's like one guy was called for roughing the quarterback. The guy was like in the air, a foot away from the quarterback when he let go of the ball and he got caught. It's like his feet weren't even on the ground. He'd been in the air for like a second. It's like,
Well, I'm sure they were doing a makeup or something call. No.
well, no, it's that game. After that game is when they started the memes about it'll be like in the Super Bowl whoever against the Chiefs and the refs, because I mean I guess there was like 6 questionable, like really questionable calls, like for like roughing the QB in that game. But I mean it's just like, what was it? SNL, so some comedy group. No, it was Jordan and Peele. Like 2 years ago, did the rules for sacking the QB. They got 2 guys picking them up, one guy laying down like a blanket and a pillow, and they're like putting them down. It's like, I mean, for this season they took away one of that hip throw tackle or whatever that's called.
I'm not sure.
Basically, when you grab a person and twist your hips like you would for a martial arts throw, because you're more likely to injure the player. It's like, so you couldn't do that anymore. It's different from when we were growing up to what it is now.
Yeah,
And heel kick is now an illegal move.
What?
In mixed martial arts now, the heel kick is now a not legal move anymore.
You can break bones with that.
Yeah, you can shatter a temple. It's the whole point.
Yeah. No, but we were talking about football. How they got rid of certain types of tackles. I mean, basically, if you hit the QB after he lets go, it's almost an automatic, almost an automatic roughing the passer. It's
Yeah. It's like you pray you no longer get that crazy one-arm fling to get rid of the ball, and then you're mid-air getting ready to hit the guy, and then crap.
No, that was it. It was against the Kansas Chiefs. What was it, like 3 or 4 weeks ago? The first playoff round, like a guy was literally in the air, horizontal, a foot away from the QB when he let go of the ball, and he got called for roughing the passer.
And it's like, I dispute that, because there's no way you can stop yourself midair.
And there I guess there was like 6 calls like that game, which is why they're basically saying that I don't pay close enough attention who the Kansas Chiefs QB is, but they're like, it's like they're working for him. Is it Mahomes? No, not Mahomes. I don't know.
He's got a dealership, and they've got a deal.
Yeah, Mahomes. Right. Basically, it's like it's like the refs and the Chiefs against whoever they're playing. But
in the last 30 years, it is a different game.
Yeah. Or then as I was telling David, is like the Rodman interview. I think it was like last year. They were asking Dennis Rodman, like, hey, how do you think the Pistons defense, would do in today's? He's like, we'd be in jail. I mean,
they're embracing the thug life, doing what they got to do.
Yeah. It's like, it's like today's guys that all the LeBron, the LeBron sexuals or whatever you want to call them, they don't realize how physical the game was in the 80s and 90s compared to now.
Yeah, there's no such thing as no blood, no foul.
Yeah. They're like, oh, it's so much more physical now. It's like,
I wouldn't. Well, there is a bit of a difference between now and then. They
don't want the players to get hurt. I mean, it's obvious.
No, but the linemen are a few hundred pounds heavier than they were back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They get these guys in that are freaking just huge that they didn't used to do. So there is that momentum that is different.
We're talking about basketball or football?
Football.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Because I'm like, Rodman was
football.
Basketball.
No. But football.
Oh, yeah.
The line's like several hundred pounds heavier than it ever was in the past.
Oh, yeah.
It used to be you'd be lucky to have one player that size. Now it's,
it's like, now it's like an entire line of the fridge.
Yeah.
It's
like, guess what? We got them young and we threw them on growth hormones. Straight from the beef in Texas.
Yeah.
You still waiting for people?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Here.
I'm here.
No,
Chris?
sounds like we all might be back. Yep, we're all back. And we're back. I got severely disappointed. I could have swore there was a drumstick left, and there was no chicken drumstick.
I might watch the Super Bowl just for this. Secret Service airing recruitment ad from Hollywood director Michael Bay during Super Bowl.
Oh, my God. Secret Service, lens flare. Secret Service, lens flare.
No, that was J.J. Abrams.
No.
It's explosion.
Michael Bay likes his lens flare too.
Yeah, but he's the explosion guy.
All right, who's going next?
Okay.
I'm
Top of the order for you guys.
With the horn. I'm shooting.
He has presented himself as a great target, all away from your friends. He's got some wounds. He's got a crippled arm.
I was going to say he's not really a
the
threat any longer.
No, but he's got that damn horn.
Well, he's already tooted it.
Horn. Yeah, so what?
About the threat that's immediately in front of you.
And he's at medium range to you, right?
No, he's still short. Okay, fine. I'll shoot this guy.
I mean, he's not a threat.
No, yeah, right. He's already blown the horn. He's kind of useless.
Your leader's yelling, "Don't shoot the coward, shoot the warrior in front."
Yeah.
So which one are you going for? The one that's trying to flank Hagen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if I can cripple him now, then I don't have to pull out my sword. So I'll do true aim. So upgrade and blue.
Upgrade.
How badly do we want this guy dead?
He's in pretty good shape. Of all the 4 of them, he's in pretty good shape.
Okay.
Okay, I've got your upgrade in there. And I've got that extra purple for being next to your buddy. As you're totally like, I'm not going to shoot you, fearless leader.
Is that it?
As you hit him for 10 points before soak. Good thing he is the slightly hurt guy that just took strain.
But you got enough for a crit.
You do have enough for a crit.
I'll do a crit.
Okay, let's see what kind of crit comes out of this. You gotta hurry up and kill some of these guys. I gotta keep track of too many damn crits.
You're the one that gave him 5 soak.
Yeah.
And apparently, at least 12 fucking hit points or health.
Yeah. Well, a whole line of adversaries or whatever.
These are just regular French rival knights, straight from the book.
Yeah.
Just regular rival knights.
You threw 5 of them at a front row
you let
of
them
3.
come right at you. This is your tactics, not mine. As you did a critical of slowed down, he's going to take the last action on the initiative.
All the knights will take the last action.
Well, it just means that, he's the last one to go, period.
Basically, he's going to go on the 1-2 instead of his friends.
But he's already gone this round, so yeah.
Yes.
On next turn, it says.
Yeah.
Yep. So, who's going next? That was the first of you guys to go.
I'm just going to finally kill this guy.
Oh,
thank God.
Somebody's getting cocky.
Go ahead. Give us more points. I think at this point, I really just need to get 1 or 2 past his fucking armor. Which means all I have to do is hit.
He is looking pretty rough. Are you going to aim?
I will aim once.
Okay, I've got a blue die in there for you. We can only hope that... shit. So, how much damage you doing there?
That's 11 damage.
This is the most overkill ever. 7 would have totally done it. So, with damage alone, you murder this guy. What does it look like when your axe takes him out?
It's going right through his throat. I am tired of this man's shenanigans.
So you beheaded him?
Yes. As anyone who has ever convenienced me deserves.
You mean inconvenienced you?
As there's a beautiful spout of his vital fluids as his head goes flying through the air. You still have 3 advantage and a triumph. You literally rolled a trifecta here.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to spend the 3 advantage to recover 3 strain because I don't have a lot of strain. I just have a lot of wounds.
You were built for bleeding, not for exercising.
Not for thinking. Yep.
Lots of scar tissue, very little cardio.
And then for the triumph, can I knock down and push back the guy next to Halfgut?
You can totally do that. He is totally seeing his buddy who kindly rearmed him, and he looks and says, "Mon Dieu, brother, they have killed you," and he falls prone.
And then I'm gonna take back 2 strain and step forward.
Pressing the attack. Since the shield wall is broken, you're just like, screw this, melee time.
Yep.
Okay, so who's going next?
Berserker's finally free to berserk.
Alright. nobody else is doing, I'm going to try to take out the guy in front of me.
Okay,
Nobody's speaking up.
the guy that's got the crit that's upgrading his difficulty, so I can stop keeping track of that. I mean, it's not that I don't appreciate that, but oh, look at you beating me to the upgrade. Are you aiming?
Yeah.
Okay, as he's still like, if he drops me, still take him alive for the commander. Your pool is ready.
Really?
Damn, that armor! As your sword comes down and you hear the clang clang of the plate armor against him, as your weapon does not find a soft spot in his armor. But you do have an advantage and a big damn triumph.
Yeah, I'm going to take a strain back.
Knock him back my way.
And, yeah, I'll knock him back and down.
Okay, so you're knocking him back over here. So your barbarian berserker friend has 2 targets on their knees in front of him.
Yep.
You have created what is called a target-rich environment. And there's some shuffling, huffling.
Most importantly, Halfgood's not getting stabbed anymore.
Yeah.
Yep.
You make me feel so weak.
I mean,
Well, the 2 of you are pretty injured, so yeah, you have bow too, right?
Yeah, I'm switching.
Yeah. You guys start
like, it's not that you're weak, it's that you have a really low soak and not enough wounds to stand in front of 5 French knights.
Yeah.
You're not weak, it's just you were at the wings of the shield wall, and they were trying to take advantage of teaming up on whoever was on the wings of the shield wall.
Yeah.
They weren't going to try to break the middle of the shield wall. That's just folly. They're French. They invented the arch. That's what they say.
And that's
a
poorly thought out idea, because I'm not just a tank. I'm a tank with a really big cannon on it.
Yep.
Okay, so who's going next? There's 2 of you left. And some of you may be muted.
I already went, so don't look at me.
I will drop the sword, draw my bow, and
as you do that classic Hollywood drop the sword where you spin it and you see it spin as it falls down and bounces into the dirt.
Fire into the guy next to Hagen.
I mean, I would have to be shooting through Hagen to fire at that guy.
You're shooting through someone regardless of who you shoot at. At least this guy is not on his knees.
All of the French knights except the horn guy are adjacent to one of your friends, so it's the same difficulty for every shot. If that helps,
this one has 1 fewer black die.
Well, then I will shoot at I'll shoot through Hagen. He trusts me.
Right, Hagen?
Yeah.
Yeah, for now.
For now.
Great. Okay.
Okay, so I spent my story point. Your pool is ready. As you're turning the arrow literally laterally across what used to be the shield wall to put one across your chieftain's, backside into the guy that keeps trying to club him, the guy that ruined the shield wall. As your arrow zings just shy of Hagen's neck, and the guy totally hides behind Hagen and lifts his shield up to protect himself, your arrow misses its mark. But you have a big damn triumph. What would you like for that?
Disarm him.
Yeah.
Okay, I will give you that. He was bringing his weapon up to hit Hagen, and your arrow zings into his forearm guard, and the sword falls out of his hand.
You're welcome, boss.
A little close there.
I'm practicing.
As a single one of your hairs goes landing on the ground.
Great, practicing.
Okay, and who's going last? Astrid.
That would be me. I was just waiting to clean up whatever was left over. I will scooch back a little bit and I will attempt to shoot the guy that is now disarmed. And I will aim.
Tag team. Okay. So a blue for aiming. Take out that upgrade. Stall and talk. Because if no one's going to say anything, I'm totally going to have to do something.
Sounds about right.
As I use my story point. Go ahead and take your shot at the guy. As
This fight.
the second arrow comes flying at him, because he totally looked at Halfgood after he shot the sword out of his arm, and he's looking, and then he looks at you, pull your bow back, and he's just like, crap, and he lifts his shield up with both hands holding it, as the arrow goes, twing, off the shield. You do have 3 advantage. What would you like to use those for?
Can it make it to where it's like through his shoe, but it doesn't hit his foot, so he's stuck, like he can't move?
Okay, I will totally say he protects his life with his shield, but the arrow goes through the 2 of them and basically pins him to the ground.
Yes.
Pins his boot to the ground.
He has been sabotaged. We shall go with the snail.
Yeah,
okay.
He's not wearing sabots, so.
So top of the order, only 3 of the 4 are gonna go. The guy first here that's blowing his horn is running and going, dur, 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 dur. And he is attempting to, you know what, he is going to continue his movement, and he is going to totally run over here, and he's yelling at these guys, they're over there, they're over there. Rush them now while we have the advantage. And I'm running away. This guy and this guy that are both in front of Bjork are going to get to their feet.
Bring it.
Because they feel that they're in a good place. They look at each other and they're going to totally tag team since they are not, in fact, disarmed. And this guy's not doing jack this turn because he's going to have to go last.
Just remember, one of them does have an increased difficulty.
An extra purple. One of those. Yeah.
You know, the thingamabob that does the whatchamacallit.
So what
with
is
the
your
doohickey?
current melee?
With the doohickey?
I do hickey. It's me.
Yeah.
What is Bjork's melee defense at the moment?
Not in the shield wall, so it's going to be 2. No,
2. This is going to be
1,
the guy
because he doesn't have a sword.
Okay, a 1. And this is going to be the guy with the crippled arm. And
How many guys
not...
do we have with crippled arms?
I've
just
broken
this one now.
at least 1 man today.
Well, and I broke the other guy who's running with a broken arm.
Yep. As my knight is going to try to cut you down.
Is he gonna do it anytime soon?
Holy!
He totally clicked, but apparently it took a while for it to pop up. As he hits you for a 10-point slash.
I think I have to parry this so it doesn't do any damage.
Yeah, the parries tonight are crazy.
You sure you're gonna spend that much strain right now?
I think I can spend 3 strain to avoid getting crit. Yeah.
Are you sure? Check your token according to what I'm seeing.
I'm at 7 out of 9. I don't give a shit what the token says because it's not updating for me at all.
Okay, you're gonna take 3 strain at 7 of 9.
No, I was at 4 of 9. I am now at 7 of 9.
Oh, okay. When I was looking at the screen, it showed 7 of 9. That's why I was concerned for you there.
Yeah. So you looked after you'd already done it.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna parry that.
I sure am.
So you're dropping that 10 points down to 7 points?
No, I have parry
Or you
2.
got
I'm dropping
break
that
2.
10 points down to 6, and then soaking that.
Okay. And he's gonna, for that triumph, since you soaked it, he's gonna knock your weapon out of your hand.
Again.
And for those 3 threat, is there anything you would like? I mean, would you like a free maneuver? Or
I'd like a free his weapon.
you would like to drop his weapon to the ground as well as your weapons go clanking to the ground?
Yeah, that sounds pretty fucking funny.
Your weapons get tied up with each other and both go flat to the ground.
Spaceballs.
There's this
Get wrapped around
horrible
each other.
moment when it's like you both look at each other and then you look at your weapons laying in the ground right in front of you and you're like, oh shit.
That's awesome.
And you know what? He is going to take 2 strain to pick his weapon back up.
Okay.
He is wobbling on his feet. He probably should not have made that choice, but one good attack and he might go down as well. The black dice have been saving his ass. He's going to want that French steel in his hand. As he reaches down really quick and pulls his sword up and kind of, ha-ha, sword and shield.
Yeah, the French weren't known for their... Never mind.
Then I reel back my fist and I punch him right in the nuts. Killing him instantaneously.
Strawberry basket.
And as you are now disarmed of your axe, what is your melee defense?
Still 1. It's my shield. The axe doesn't
Still
provide
what?
any defense at all.
Yeah, no.
Okay. So we're going to gladly go for that.
Wow.
And his buddy did have to get up on his feet. And you know what? His buddy's going to totally take 2 strain because he's the one that's been hacking at your buddy and is in pretty good shape.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to aim as well.
Oh my.
So we totally got an upgrade.
I'm finally going
of
to take some
blue.
actual damage. Supposedly.
Look who's getting cocky, kid. As he brings the sword into you, trying to gut you from the side.
Oh no! I take a whole damage. Owie!
Go ahead and roll a crit.
Again? I just got one
Yeah.
healed.
Getting crits from like little scratches.
Oh.
And he's gonna give the next one of your side to go a black dice because
You know,
the
actually,
intimidation.
I don't like that. I'm actually just gonna go ahead and turn that into a 1 instead.
Okay.
Why did that roll a new crit?
I don't know. You might want to heal that second crit.
Yeah.
I would heal both, and on the modifier, I think you should be able to. There you go.
Button and it worked correctly. There we go.
Okay, perfect. So you suffer 1 strain. You are 1 strain away.
Sure am.
Down. I don't know if the 1 was a better option.
Sure it is. This way, there's fewer difficulty.
And that's it for my French knights, except for the one over here who's going on that 1-2.
If he survives.
If he can pick up his weapon.
I'm going to shoot his ass.
I mean, I'm still wondering why Hagen just hasn't chosen to step away to make life easier on the archers.
Yeah. Well, Hagen hasn't gone yet, has he?
No.
It's top of the order.
Top of the order.
Yeah, do us a favor and step away.
Well, I'm happy to do that after I swing on him.
Okay, so he has one less defense. So you're going first?
I'm not going to just walk away without swinging on him.
Yeah, he deserves a good smack.
Let me know when you get.
And
no.
Are you aiming as well or no?
Nah.
Okay. So it's just his armor, his shield. He doesn't have his long sword. It's on the ground between you two.
Yep. So he's down in defense.
Yep.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Oh,
As you swing your long sword, he immediately brings that shield up and you just hear the clang. As you still have 2 advantage over him, though.
Yep. I'm stepping here and
Taking a quick step away. Giving your archers a clear. You're taking 1 quick step away and giving your archers a clear shot.
I'm giving Dagon a blue.
Oh. Okay. You basically create a perfect opening for your archer. The question is...
He's like so happy he blocks it and then looks over. Oh, shit.
And realizes that he's holding that shield up with both hands, stopping the sword, but he's now wide open to the whole portal of death on his left-hand ribcage side of armor. Wide open to Dagon. So who's going next?
I am.
I don't know.
I'll go. True aim.
So 2 blue and an upgrade.
Yeah.
Against 1 purple and 2 black.
No. Let's make sure he dies.
You rolled it before I did for the story point, so I've got your upgrade in there. As they said in Major League, strike this fucker out.
Finally.
Damn.
So 11 points before soak.
Yep.
He is not dead.
Well, he's taking a critical.
Do you want to crit him, or do you just want to load a bunch of blue onto me?
Let me know before you make the roll. Which is it?
Yeah, let's just load a bunch of blue on the Bjork.
So...
Well, I can give you a blue and still crit him.
True.
Yeah.
You can give me 2 blues, technically. 1 specifically to me, 1 to the next one of us to go.
Yep,
and then
crit.
3 to crit.
Yep. That's what we're going to do.
Crit that man.
Ooh. As you nail him right between the rib cage with a compromised wound. As he bends the arm back and the arrow breaks in there and you just hear the sucking noise.
Sucking chest wound.
Medic! And he's pinned in place, no less.
Oh, geez, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So now he's pinned in place, can't pursue your friend, and now he has a sucking chest wound. And who would like to go next?
Me. I would like to go next. I'm going to pick up my axe.
Okay. You have
and
2
I'm
targets.
going to give this cripple a very bad time.
This gentleman who's got just a small amount of life left at him, but he still has his weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And did you totally just click a story point there?
I sure did.
And did you say you were aiming?
I did not.
Okay.
Yeah, he can't afford to.
I cannot afford to aim.
I can
only kill.
I'm just hoping for some strain as your last action before you pass out from your berserker charge.
Is it ready?
Your pool is ready.
Nice.
Damn. 2 successes and a big damn triumph. So that's 10 points, right?
That is 10 points of damage.
You're really low all of a sudden.
Yeah, suddenly it's like you're far away.
Well, that's 10 points of damage, and hopefully I'm not low and far away.
There we are.
So, yeah, that's 10 is more than 9. What does it look like when you murder him with a little, say, 1 point of overkill, and then a big damn triumph?
So, this one, I'm so tired of him. I take off one arm, and then I come around and I take off the other arm, and then I put my foot right in his chest and push him into the dirt.
Oh, there's blood spray everywhere from his limbless arms.
And then I turn to his buddy, and I just smile. And I would like him to run far away.
And he is totally taking the free maneuver that you were offering him and running away as he is running. And this guy's like, what are you doing? Go back to the war. And he's like, fuck you! As someone is coming, and they're barking orders at him, and he is just like, he dropped his sword. He is running for the hills. You murdered his brother. Remember, obviously earlier we found out they were brothers. Now he's an only child.
Nice.
Well, it's like they were doing so well that suddenly, they just started getting their asses handed to them.
So suddenly we broke their line, and I was able to get in the way.
Yep.
Thanks to the absurd number of advantage and the triumph that Lexi rolled.
Hey, that's what triumph were for. I mean, look how wicked those black dice came up. Fail, Brett. They were trying to take that victory from you.
They tried.
Okay, so it's some NPCs off in the distance doing something, and this poor guy who's not doing well at all. He is going to spend a maneuver to pull that arrow out of his foot.
And then he's going to hobble away.
It's like, where's the snail? And then he's going to use his action as a maneuver. 3, 4, 5, 6. To run away. And he is screaming, knights, knights to me, knights! Come, rout the savages! He's totally forgetting what his buddy said about take that one that speaks French alive.
Cowards.
Astrid, you want to put an arrow right in his back?
I would love to try. I haven't been doing too well, but I will give it a go.
Well, we've all been having issues to start.
I would take a couple steps forward and then end their life.
Yep, I'm going to move on forward, and then I will shoot. Are you ready for me? Oh, I'll aim too.
Okay, you took steps forward, so that makes it only short distance. That makes it much easier. So you're going to take 2 strain to also aim. Good choices. Yes. I mean, seeing as you are barely winded at all, go ahead and take your shot.
Okay.
Nice.
So how much damage did you do? It's a test. It's always
I did 9.
A test. 9. 9 is more than 8. What does it look like when Astrid executes this fleeing French knight?
Right through the back of his neck.
As you guys don't notice around the buildings, but these knights that were running forward see him come into view as he's like, Mon Dieu, reinforcements! And an arrow just sticks out his mouth.
Hits the ground and
just face plants. Bloop.
And you have one advantage. Is there anything you would like to do with that advantage?
Can I give it to the next person?
Yeah, you can always give it to the next person to go as a blue.
Yep.
Okay. And I'm going to look at Dagon and be like, how do you say 2 in Gaelic?
We've got an archer off here.
Yeah, I've done considerably more damage. I just haven't killed anybody.
And the best part is Dagon is completely healthy, and completely full of vigor. And he's just like, I'm not even breaking a breath yet. I've just been plunking arrows.
Right.
Y'all are like all injured and hurt and hobbled, and Dagon's like, I'm pristine.
I'm good.
So who's going last?
I guess that's me.
Yeah.
Yep. What you gonna do?
Yeah, I might as well aim and shoot at that feller.
Okay, that fleeing French knight that was sent off by your barbarian, by your berserker friend. Okay, he is armed. And was that short or medium distance?
30 feet short.
Okay, and were you aiming as well, I recall?
Yes.
Yep. He's right at the range.
Yeah.
He's right at the sweet spot. He is just going to get out of the sweet spot any second. Unfortunately, I only gave him one free movement until his turn came back. So you have all the opportunity as you pull back your bowstring and you aim at this fleeing French knight. You hope
and he
his
gets
armor
extra
isn't
blue
there.
for me, right?
Oh,
damn it.
Sure does.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Look at me learning the rules, guys.
Good job.
Me
Go ahead and roll an extra blue. Unfortunately, it's going to take more than a success because you're still awash. So your arrow pings off of his armor, glistening as it is in the smoky skyline, but you do have a big damn triumph.
Tripping him up, dropping him
face
flat.
Yep. Yeah. He's the shock surprise of the arrow hitting him as he flees causes him to trip up on his feet and
Because,
hit the ground.
he is booking as fast as possible with sword and shield, and your arrow goes twing off his back breastplate and just throws him into the mud, knocking him down at the feet of somebody kind of important with a couple goons. This guy here who's screaming something in French, if you fool knights, I was given knights to go on a fool's errand. Your commander hears the hint of a voice of authority.
Those are cows or something, aren't they?
No, those are archers. Or crossbowmen.
Can I go pick up the sword that they kept dropping back and forth and just be like, dibs?
They look like cows to me, but okay.
What are the cows you're speaking of? Those?
Oh.
Oh, no, I see it now. The dots were making it hard. I can see the face
Those
now.
are, in fact, not cows, but 5 men following a guy in fancy outfit.
They're French. They may as well be cows.
Yeah, it's true.
Damn.
The dots made it hard to see at first. I got in close enough.
Yeah. You got to zoom in a lot.
As we will totally say, the 4-1 for the NPCs is being used to do something else, so it's back to the top of you guys. But yes, you clearly hear reinforcements are coming through the town. Yeah. Who's going first and doing what?
Oh, I think I'm going to shoot this guy.
In the ground?
I got nothing else to do.
I think we should probably filter into the trees.
Is that short or medium range for the knight that just got knocked on his keister?
That's medium.
Medium.
Okay. You gonna aim or do that true aim thing?
Yeah, I'll do the true aim thing.
Okay. Go ahead and take your shot when you're ready. I totally want that point back, by the way. As I was clicking, I did not click fast enough on my end.
Oh, sorry.
Damn.
Yeah, that's
so. What is your damage there?
12.
12. He was in pretty good shape. -7.
Yeah, you ran away. You ran away without any real damage.
Yeah, He's still alive, believe it or not. And go ahead and take 2 strain as you look over his prone body as the arrow sticks into his ass. I mean, literally his ass blossomed quills. As you notice a French knight in very fancy filigreed armor, as well as his 5-man goon squad are running in the direction of you guys. So you clearly know there's backup coming. As you're just like, oh crap. And who's going next? Or is there any second maneuver you'd like to take for 2 strain?
No, I'm good.
Okay. And who's going next?
I'm going to get into the trees.
Your berserker's saying, retreat.
No, my berserker's saying there are 5 people with crossbows. I would rather they shoot at tree trunks.
Yep.
Wait, before you're into the trees, can you grab my spear?
You can grab your spear. You're right next to it.
No, I thought I threw it at the.
You threw it at this guy, and then he walked. They all walked back up.
Oh, great. Okay.
It's right there. If you want to spend, a maneuver to reach out and grab your spear, you can totally do that. As you're all in some pretty rough shape. Pretty brazen to be standing out in the open there. So who's doing what? I'll give you warning. It's the last round of the night.
Like everybody get in the trees.
So
you could actually.
Astrid is totally going into the tree line.
I was going to say you could actually take your action and shoot and then move.
Yeah.
That is true. Did you want to shoot the guy that's already got 1 arrow sticking out of 1 butt cheek?
Sure. Why not?
What's the worst that could happen? You miss?
Okay, you got a story point to spend if you want. Or did Bjork just do that?
No, that was you. That was giving you back your point.
Oh. Well, thank you. Did you want to spend a story point?
But I mean, yeah.
I mean, we want to see Astrid kill steal as much as possible. She only counts the kill shots. So go ahead and take your shots when you were still back at short range.
Okay.
Well, that still would have been.
Hey.
As she plunks the arrow. And how much damage do you do?
10.
10, and that's more than 9. So what does it look like when you execute him flat on his belly with an arrow sticking out of his ass? And then you have an advantage and a triumph to spend.
Oh, man. Basically, it almost, well, he was already on the ground, right? So it wouldn't, flop him up like a fish.
Nope.
Oh, he's dead, so.
Right in the poop chute.
He was crawling away, and then you sink 1 more arrow into him.
1 arrow goes into his left butt cheek, and he goes, ah! And then your arrow comes.
What can I do with the triumph again?
Dishearten some of the reinforcements.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. They're very afraid of all 5'2" of me. I am terrified.
Well, I mean, there's
not so much Sagan, but me.
There's a guy over here that's missing both arms.
Think
there's
about
a guy
it.
over there missing his head.
It's not that they're frightened of your height. They're frightened of the fact you just took a French knight, which means they're of noble birth. And as he's crawling away, you shot him until he died. These are not noble warriors. They're peasant crossbowmen, and they just watched you execute a special forces marine, of their era. That's what the person is. So I will give you the option of which group of peasant crossbowmen are you making run away? The group of 2 or the group of 3?
The group of 3.
Yeah.
As these 3 that are closest to retreat immediately go, yeah! And they're running away.
The guys in front, the noble, the fancy guy can see him, so they can't run away.
Right.
And you just, you look over that knight's corpse and you see the 3 crossbowmen behind the noble immediately kind of like do that stop, think about it, like in Princess Bride, that big bad when he ran away, and they just run. I mean, they're peasant soldiers. They probably didn't agree with burning a village just to deny you guys the food anyway. So their hearts weren't into this.
That's what I figured.
As the noble just shouts, "Get back, you cowards, and kill these invaders!"
Yeah.
And who's going next?
I think Chris is the last one.
I would like to.
Technically, there's 2 of y'all.
I would still like to pop into the woods.
Okay, popping into the woods for cover. That is
Have
a
you
good
found your
option.
spear yet?
I mean, I've got a sword, and yeah, I grabbed my spear.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
You don't want to take a long pop before you moved. Oh no, you grabbed your spear.
yeah, actually, that's a good idea. I won't grab the spear. I'll take a long shot. Why not? What's the worst that could happen, right?
And then you're going to leave your
You
spear
miss?
behind.
Yep. I'll
You're
get it
going
after
to
we kill
wound
everyone.
him and
Mine is a
cause
sword.
him to become an eternal nemesis because of your arrow.
Oh, that would be awesome. I
It's the
want
last
to try
round.
to do
Might as
that.
well use it.
Yeah.
Was that an upgrade I heard?
Yep. It's the last round. Might as well use it.
Okay.
Let's make sure here. Yep, he is armed just like the knights.
So you're shooting at the fancy guy?
Yep.
And what is that range?
Oh.
It was like 9. I think.
Yeah, some medium.
Yes, 10.
Yeah.
And I know since you're picking up your spear and moving, you're not aiming, right?
No, I'm not picking up my spear. I can aim and move. Sure, why not?
Yeah, it takes some stress.
You'll be
Yeah.
like, my spear. Tell me about my spear. Did you rub its chin?
I'll get the
Yes, I
spear
watched
back
Zohan.
after they're dead.
We regroup.
Okay, so your pool is ready with a blue for aiming.
Excellent. Okay. Kapow.
Oh my god!
Oh no.
Thank
I
God
totally,
Oh,
I totally did not get your upgrade in there. So if you'd like to roll a yellow, I'll let you swap out whatever you roll for that blank green there.
I don't know that the yellow would do anything. I'd almost take it back, but it doesn't matter, I guess. But
It doesn't matter.
You know what?
It's like,
Oh. Would taking back to any good would
no.
okay.
I mean,
then
it's
I might
the last round of the night, so you know.
Yeah.
I
It
mean,
might give you
I
more
would say roll
advantage.
the
That's
yellow
that's all
because
it can do.
it
I
might
still-
roll you a triumph. That could be a thing.
Yeah.
true.
I just was wondering if had I can't read your name. Helvig could use it.
Maybe, but
Fine, I'll roll it.
Roll it.
Yeah, just roll it.
Oh, that was worth.
So your
all the
roll was
debate.
3 failures, 4 advantages, and a despair.
Yep.
I think your bow just
As-
snapped in half, dude.
Immediately, as you reach to take your shot with the arrow at this guy, he looks at you. You see his eyes through his helmet. He looks at you, and he totally does that whole arms out wide with his shield in one hand and his long sword in the other, and he goads you into taking the shot. And you pull back your bow and you fire that shot. And you see him do this trick, which must be something he's done before, is he swings that shield and sword together and he shatters your arrow before it reaches his chest. What would you like for those 4 advantages? He has marked your heathen soul. He wants to hunt you down.
Can I give him specifically next session starting with 2 black dice?
I will gladly give him 2 black dice right there. Crow head or
Uh,
Odin's raven.
A black die and 2 black dice. No. This man has called to his god saying that he's going to kill you specifically, which means that he's going to have a hard time hitting anyone other than you.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that right, James?
So what are you looking for?
The effects of the challenge talent. A blue die to hit Chris, black dice to hit anyone else.
I will totally
cool.
Yeah,
I will totally give that to you. We use the Raven's head for just that. That he is thinking himself down to one specific kill. Everyone else is just in his way.
Yeah, and his target has 1 life.
Yeah. 2, thank you very much.
2, thank you very much.
I think you mean his target has a giant meat tank in the way.
That too, yeah. And then I'll give a little wave and pop into the woods.
And he's invoking a one single puny god. Like, who cares?
About what year is this, James?
No, it is in the era of Vikings, which totally covers from 800 to 1200.
1200. Yeah, so if he's religious, he's probably an asshole.
That holds today too.
Yeah, but nowadays they don't kill people that kind of
Christianity doesn't kill people that doesn't agree with them. Usually.
Yeah, true. Well, some of those, fanatics are kind of weird.
Well, any fanatics are.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm grabbing my shield. Taking 2 strain to move up over here.
I probably should have taken the strain, but whatever.
What? Why did you need to take 2 strain?
Because I needed to pick up my shield that was ripped out of my hand.
But couldn't you just
have a maneuver, right?
Your action to a maneuver?
Well, no, because I've got plans.
Oh, sorry. Never mind. I'll keep my mouth shut.
Wow. I mean, so
in a shield wall again?
No. You're the worst one on your strain, right? You're 1 away or 2 away?
Yeah, 1 away.
All right. Inspiring rhetoric. And let me look, see what that says. Oh well. Yep. We don't have any story points, right? Nope. Okay. No. Can't use that. Okay. So inspiring rhetoric, character may use this talent to make an average leadership check. So 2 purple for each success. The check generates 1 ally within short range, heals 1 strain. For each advantage, 1 ally benefiting from inspiring rhetoric heals 1 additional strain. So
nice. And I know somebody who needs to get some strain back right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So primary target is York.
What kind of dice pool you need?
2.
2. You're good to go.
You're just cruel for rolls like that, and you're gonna use red dice, really?
You put all the story points back in my lap. I had to make sure I wasn't at full and not using something. I mean, I didn't use one for the guy with adversary too. So
it's just a freaking single point back.
And you just need 1 success.
Are you ready?
Petty GM.
Yep.
Yeah.
Your pool is ready.
Nothing. All right.
And in case anyone was wondering for that despair, to the south of you guys, you immediately hear 3 horns chirp back. And if you scroll down off the map, you'll see the mounted knights with their lances circling south to the beach here. They were keying in on the horns, screaming and returning to see what's going on. As you now know that you're getting slightly circled around with knights coming from the burning village, mounted knights coming from the wood line.
It's an awful lot of people and knights just to come ravage their own people. All right. There's some sick people.
Yeah. Sounds about right. Serfs were, not treated all that well.
They were not a well-treated class of society. There's a reason why there was uprisings.
Yeah.
And we haven't even gotten near
And they
the
weren't even
dragons
slaves,
yet.
technically.
Any people that you can't move without having someone's permission, that sounds pretty unfree to me.
Yeah, but technically they weren't slaves.
True. They had vacation days thanks to the church.
Yeah, a lot of knights just come right as a bunch of peasants, but hey, that's all right. We'll thin them out.
I mean, the reinforcements definitely don't seem as crack commando knights as the ones you guys ripped to pieces.
A lot of it ripped to pieces, but I mean, it took some work.
There were arms and legs left on the ground. Yeah. There were torn to pieces.
All right, so what's our magic number for the night?
So your magic number for the night is 15.
Ooh.
15 XP, all right.
And 0 loot, because, you walked away with a couple swords.
We have to regroup.
Well, no, somebody got a sword, right?
Yeah. That's what I mean, is you walked away with some swords.
I mean, that's loot.
Some of them walked right back, but...
No, but somebody still has one, right? We still have at least one of them?
I think we have 2.
2? Okay.
Yeah. We got a shitload at the boat.
All right. Now where to put the 15?
Yeah.
Now I'm totally hoping someone remembers to say, can we roll a stealth to buy us a moment? A reprieve even, since, we're in France.
Yeah.
To try to make a cooler discipline roll before combat starts again. That's what I'm hoping for. He's going to ask.
That'd be great, because I have a talent that makes it guaranteed that I will recover at least 2 strain.
Nice. Do we have a note for his whatever we got going on with him?
We got the crow up on the noble.
Oh, okay. Once we got stuff, somebody remembers what's going on. All right. Well, that was a little rougher than I was hoping for, but
yeah. Well, we
a little bit.
I mean, it was a stand-up fight with
instead of noble, nooble.
It's late when you're laughing that much over an extra O. That is his name, Nooble. The French Lord, Sir Nooble. I mean, where do you think the term noble comes from?
He was the first one
tonight, though.
He's like, I want that man with the bows.
There's a lot of triumphs.
There was a lot of interesting rolls tonight.
There was mad.
I mean, there was a buttload of triumphs. I don't know if I've seen that many triumphs in one night before.
The dice pool was doing some interesting stuff. The best part is the triumph without the success.
Yeah. Those are always fun.
Because that just makes shenanigans happen.
All right. Yeah, we have to figure out healing for some of you
see
peeps.
you in 2 weeks, the 23rd.
Yeah, the day before I turned 50.
Hey.
Yay, congrats.
Yeah, I made it to
that
50.
Discount.
Despite myself.
Big thing.
It's a milestone.
Yeah.
Or a kilometer stone if you're in Europe.
I don't know. If you're in England, they use both. It's kind of weird.
They're confused.
I mean, England is confused because they've been invaded by everybody.
I'd be confused
and then they
too if I
invaded
was born in
everybody.
England.
And then they made up for it, invaded everybody, and the only reason the pyramids are in Egypt is because they're too big to move. And
otherwise, they'd be in the British Museum.
Yep.
Hey, still my favorite quote. What is the UK most synonymous for across the world? Spreading Independence Days.
Nice. Alrighty, guys. Good job. Good job on the archers and the ones that are already hurt like shit, staying alive. So.
Is your one archer's like, why are you guys all messed up? Just stand back and kill shit. Our other archer's like, stand back and kill steal shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, look, I didn't get hurt this time, guys. It's great.
The wounds are nicely scabbing over.
All right. We'll talk to y'all next time.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good night, guys. Get some
Night.
sleep, especially y'all not in Mountain Time Zone.
Woohoo! It's only 2:18 in the morning.
Nice.
Night, y'all.
Night, y'all.
Bye.
Okay. Night, guys.
Thank you for joining us on Ragnarok and Roll, where the world of Midgard comes alive through the Genesys RPG. If you enjoyed today's tale, don't forget to rate and review and subscribe wherever you get your favorite podcasts. Want to become a part of the saga? Follow us on patreon.com/cppn and support us for exclusive content, early access, and behind-the-scenes stories for our various RPGs. Until next time, may the gods watch over your journey. May your blade stay sharp and your saga echo throughout eternity.